And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check. Lucky.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And right side, caught, Hogan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go. Check 45 to Mike.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Great. 45, Mike, 45. Let's go, D. 45's the Mike, 45's the Mike. I hope he's rushing.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Gonna be incomplete.
Holy fuck.
And 3rd
like
down
5
is a
yards
key
away
down
from the
in
dude.
any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi.
Of course.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On play action, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down and 4, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zones? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
No, get outside, bro. There you go.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Look at the spin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check three.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Panthers 14, Buccaneers nothing.
On second down, McCaffrey.
Oh, boys, come on now.
Average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind.
You hold that a little bit longer.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Get rid of it, boy.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Shaquille Barrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth.
What the fuck is going on with my kicking, man?
Pilardi
Pissed me
now on
off.
to punt as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Jameis now on first down. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp.
What the
Past
fuck,
the
man?
20.
Thank you.
They give him a gain of 37 for an offense that has not found the end
We
zone
can do
yet.
drag routes and all that
That's a
shit all
big
day.
play.
Cool.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll run with Montgomery. A little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll
Obvious
take it
what you're
into
doing,
the
but I
end
can't
zone.
fucking
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
get some remove over.
Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Boy, run,
He'll
fool.
get
You are
across
slow
the
as
20
hell.
before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Newton.
Boy, good fucking read. I didn't see you there.
Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. On second down, it's Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Jameis to throw it. Open man has got one. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15
I'm
before they drop
struggling with that today.
How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready, black 22, Sonic. Exit, shoot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks. Just like
I read that right, too.
Offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Let's get off the field. Let's get up. Hey, let's get him some purpose. Wait. He's checking crap. Tighten up. Okay. Check. Hey, stop. Let's go. Wait. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Let's go.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
So he does
Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
Do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, my God. I was about to be so pissed when I read that right and nothing happened.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
Now, I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Go ahead and do them outright.
3rd and long for Winston.
Is that pass interference? I'm going to be fucking freaking out.
Hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So
no,
instead
sir.
of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down. You put a lot of
Can't go
emphasis
for the
on
ball,
because
I
3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Go ahead, run to the left.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got Evans.
Dante, you can't keep up with Mike Evans, big ass.
Before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8.
The only time he's got yards when he runs outside. Jesus, man.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
56, the mock boys, 56. Check 56. One. He's checking, he's tripping, flip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a 3-yard
It's the only time anybody can do anything outside line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you're...
And he'll take it into the
Fuck
end zone.
out of here, man.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones.
If I lose to this shit, I'm going to be there, man.
Coming in this game. And the Bucs
It's
have
not be
taken
losing
the
to this.
lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And
Does the most simple shit, but I can't stop it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
On second and 11 now. Newton, this one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Newton.
I'm telling you, bring that blitz and I'll make
DJ
40.
Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Newton has the hook up here to Hogan. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Okay, don't throw it over the top of his head. Because that's all I was asking for him.
From LSU, Devin White. And he will take it
He didn't
across
throw it over his
midfield
head.
and down to the 45.
L1 don't work at
Brandon,
times.
normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're
fucking
thinking,
hit game. I
must be a
lost
free
the
safety,
game.
maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. Check, 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 check.
On second down, it's Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up third and 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
You're going for it on 4th and 12,
Now
bro?
look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
That's just
Fourth
legal on
quarter,
here?
down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
That's okay. Give me better field position if you don't make it, then. Easier.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down.
Oh,
And
dude.
a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get this one down near
I'm
the
gonna look at that.
20-yard line.
You can go
Just
for it
shy
in
of the
4th.
20. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Hey, 5 on the kicker. 5 on the kicker. Back. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
They'll go again to Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gay knocks this one through.
Congratulations. You had to go on to 4th and 12, which is not even legal in most leagues, so I don't understand that shit.
That field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck,
I'm so mad at myself.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this 2nd half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
Y'all not going to answer me now?
And let's face it, they
I don't understand that 4th down shit. Right?
So isn't it the most important
then I'm out.
The football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
On 1st down, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Winston to throw. Going up top. That's going to be caught. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
We don't play respect in here either, then?
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Winston here to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.